Hi friends, it's Grace and welcome back to another video. Today is something that I am very excited about, and that is my bookshelf organization, or setting up my entirely new bookshelves and new setup in my new house. Because I moved, I did buy a house, and I've been living here for about 2.5 weeks now, but there was some other work to be done before I could put my shelves up, and so my parents have been helping me a lot with that, but it is finally time. So I've unboxed all of my books and they're all sitting right there, and my shelves are behind me. So I still have my short shelves, the ones that I did have in my old room and I was filming in front of, so there are some options here. I'm still not entirely sure how I'm organizing, but the bulk of my books are gonna go on these two new tall shelves, and I think that they should all fit. The question is how I'm actually gonna organize them. I have some ideas. I generally go by genre, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna have room for some knickknacks and not just packed wall-to-wall books. I may even be able to put some front facing out, which is very exciting. I've never been able to do that before. And yeah, so basically, this is all the books that I need to find homes for. And so there are quite a few of them, to say the least. And I'm just gonna do my best, and this is definitely going to be fun, I think. Could be chaotic, could be fun. But that is that, and I'm going to start my organizing. So let's do it. Honestly, my biggest mistake before doing this was not actually organizing by genre. I just took my books out of the boxes and put them in piles, and now I'm running around like, wait, how much adult fantasy do I have left? How much space do I need to allot to this? It's fine though, I'm having fun. It's fine. that's it. That's all the books. Now they don't all actually fit, which is something I was not anticipating. Okay, let's take a little tour, shall we? Now, this might not be my final organization. I'm sure that I'll change this, but for now, on the book cart, we have horror slash, well, no, really just horror. A couple classics, but really to me they fit into horror, so that's what we have. And then we have Stephen King. Even though he's also horror, he has the potential to need more room just for him, so he can have this little shelf. Then we have sort of like contemporary thriller, a mixture right here, just because these are kind of overflow books that don't easily fit into any category and didn't fit on the shelf. And then we have Agatha Christie and Michael Crichton. And again, it's sort of like they could easily fit into like thriller or mystery, but they kind of deserve their own spot just because there's more books, and so here they are. And then, let's take a step back and look at these. I think I've done a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. You may have a different opinion, but I don't like this gap up here. But we have romance, then nonfiction slash memoirs. Whether you count memoir as technically nonfiction or not, I do. It's not just totally fact-based, it's just stuff that's not fiction. Then we have our classics shelf, and so some of them didn't make the cut, but this is a pretty good selection of the classics that I own. Honestly, some of them just wouldn't fit. Then we have one shelf of fantasy here. Lord of the Rings maybe deserves a better spot, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll find something for it later. We have the Wheel of Time shelf featuring Malazan, which will eventually need its own shelf since it has 10 books and I only have 4 of them. And then Ring Shout, you know, just hanging out, just chilling. And then next one down, we have the Sanderson shelf. So there's a little bit of extra room on this one, which is good. A little bit of room for growth, or if I need to put something else there, maybe. And then going across, we have another fantasy shelf, sort of eclectic. I mean, I'm keeping series together, of course, but I'm not doing this by author by any means. So this is sort of like, get a feel for it, put a few series here, keep them together, and just go with what fits. And then down here, I guess you could call it the Neil Gaiman, Terry Pratchett shelf. I mean, Fonda Lee is here too, but we've got the pile of Discworld there, and then we've got all of my Neil Gaimans. This is kind of like their shelf in a way, and I really wanted to display this Ocean at the End of the Lane because the illustrated edition is just gorgeous. And then when we move over here, we have one stray Terry Pratchett that did not make it to the other shelf because I also wanted to display this one. It's beautiful, and Ben got this for me as a gift, and I finally have room to actually display it on my shelf, so that's amazing. And this is mostly the Robin Hobb shelf, but Josiah Bancroft gets on in there too because his books fit the color scheme that we're going for here. And then we have the YA sort of fantasy shelf. Some of this is arguably not YA, but this was easy for me to group together this way. So you could call it new adult if you want. Some of it maybe adult as well, but this was that category for me, and color schemes work together as well. And then over here, we have kind of, well, we have collections. So like we have the Books of Earthsea, and then on the other end we have short story collections. And then we have some kind of overflow adult fantasy because I have a lot of it, honestly. Like, I couldn't get all the shelves to look nice and to be so cohesive. I mean, I don't think this one looks bad. I still like it, but this is definitely a bit of an overflow shelf right here. And then down at the bottom, we have kind of another YA shelf. Because of course you have Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. This is kind of the little sci-fi corner. I really don't have too much sci-fi, like at all. So it's just a little representation there. And then on this side you kind of have like the contemporary YA, which again, I don't have a huge selection of, but you never know. There is still room to grow in the future because I have more shelves. I just wanted to consolidate all of it on these two. And then, last but not least, we have historical fiction over here. And then we also have like basically contemporary right here. Contemporary is such a wide genre, and this is just a catch-all for basically contemporary. I guess that's why we have that label. So with that said, this is my bookshelf organization for now, and I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Like I said, I'll probably change it, but it felt really, really good to do this and to finally get the books out and on the shelves. So with that said, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I always appreciate that. If you want to see more content from me, I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. And as always, I'll have my joint Discord with Ben, my Patreon, and all of my socials linked in the description below if you're interested in checking any of that stuff out. So with that said, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day and that you had fun with this just like I did. See you in the next one. Bye!